You start. Okay. My name is Alexandra Trevino, and today I'm going to be talking about self-defense and jiu-jitsu. I'm leaning more towards self-defense for women. Ladies, can you raise your hand? Hi, ladies. How many of you have felt like scared, like at night when you're walking to your car, or like walking to the trash can and throw out the trash because your mom told you to? And okay, yeah, me too. Men, can you raise your hand? Hi, men. How many of you have mothers, sisters, daughters, or girlfriends? A lot of you. Well, do you ever get the feeling like you feel protective over them, or like you need to kind of shelter them away from like the outside world because like the dangers out there? Well, my job today is to put your minds at ease, to turn to jiu-jitsu. Okay, because I feel like a lot of people think that women can't really defend ourselves because we're weak, or the damsel in distress, this and this and this. But I myself trained jiu-jitsu for like about 3 years under Carlos Diego Ferreira. He's a 3rd degree black belt and also a UFC fighter, so he's pretty badass. And jiu-jitsu basically is, oh, who doesn't know what jiu-jitsu is? Besides, don't look at the pictures. Okay. Jiu-jitsu is, I wrote down the definition I found on zeroegojujitsu.com. It's basically a martial arts / self-defense system that focuses on grappling and ground fighting. It does not involve any punching or kicking, I know, but I mean you can put it in the real world, like you can punch or kick if you want. But let's say in like competitions or like the actual training itself, it doesn't involve any kicking or punching. And it promotes the concept that the little guy / the weaker person can defeat the bigger guy. Oh my god, I'm shaking. Okay. See, as you can see in this picture, these guys are black belts. This guy's much smaller and I guess you can say weaker. And this guy's like a big guy. And this is like the absolute division, meaning like there's like no weight class or whatever, no belt rank, but obviously those are all black belts. This guy is the winner because he uses more leverage, more technique, and applying this back to like women, like we're the weaker, the weaker sex, So I don't mean to like brag or anything, but like there's guys that I train with that are like 10 times bigger than me, and I like tap them out. Not to brag. But yeah, so I put these pictures because it's empowering. I like them. So yeah. Hopefully after this speech I can get you guys to maybe tell like your mothers, sisters, daughters, girlfriends about jiu-jitsu, and hopefully you women can join because it's empowering and I love it. Okay, so I included these statistics. It's in America, every 98 seconds, there's somebody, not only women, somebody that is either sexually assaulted or is a victim of domestic abuse. And 90% of them are women, which is sad. And 10% of them are men. And 55% happen at or near the victim's home, 15% in an open public place, 12% at or near a relative's home, 10% in an enclosed but public area such as parking lot, garage, like I said, walking to and from the trash can or to your car, and 8% on school property, and this isn't up there, but like 5% is unknown, like they're doing like random hood rat stuff, I don't know. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, and if you don't believe me based on these statistics, I have a little video for you. How do I pick it up? Do I just click here? Oh my god, don't look. How do I exit?
Escape.
I'm very
I'm telling you. It's a secret. Okay. What you're gonna see is basically a 10-year-old girl. I hope it's not graphic. I swear. A 10-year-old girl getting abducted by a serial child rapist caught on camera. This is in Brazil, by the way. It's that simple for somebody to get taken. I have no idea what she was doing alone, but where her parents were or whatever. But I can guarantee you, if she knew jiu-jitsu or any other type of self-defense, she would probably have gotten away from that. Like how I would have done it. I know I'm not a 10-year-old little girl, but how I would have done it, instead of pulling out like how she did, I would have pulled down. And if he tried to carry me, I would have done like some sort of choke or whatever. But I can't show you guys that. But obviously I can't demonstrate that right now. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and so yeah, those are the basic statistics on that. I also wanted to talk about that was the main problem about abuse and sexual assault. But also that we see like movies, shows, comic books, cartoons about the damsel in distress stereotype, and I want to put an end to that because like it just lowers our self-esteem and like makes us all insecure. And I hope that the men would tell the women like, hey, do this, like to better yourself. And I'm not leaving you guys out, like guys, like I encourage you guys to do jiu-jitsu as well, because a teammate of mine, I interviewed him for this video. I interviewed him saying what made him join jiu-jitsu, and he said because he lived in a really bad neighborhood filled with like gang members and stuff, and he said that one day they came to his house and like they pushed his mom around and they pushed him around too. So ever since then, he joined jiu-jitsu and started protecting his family that was all girls except he was the only guy. So yeah, I also want to show another video because it's like cool. It's like 10 seconds long. Okay, this was in Brazil. It's a robber trying to rob a girl, but she was a jiu-jitsu student. I believe she was a black belt. I'm not a black belt, I'm a blue belt, but I'm good enough. And what she was doing something called an arm bar and a wrist lock. So, yeah, that's that. He was trying to rob her, so I mean, that's what he gets, right? Anyways, to conclude this presentation, I just want to let ladies know that we are strong enough, we're not weak. Like, our bodies are capable of so much more than what people think. And men, I hope you think the same as well. Thank you.